Paul Blumenthal is with us. He's with the Sunlight Foundation. He's a senior writer for the Sunlight Foundation. SunlightFoundation.com is their website. And a very thought-provoking or provocative headline here: White House health proposal may blow up pharma deal. Paul, welcome to the show.
Hi, Tom. Thanks for having me.
Great to have you on. We're on the edge here. Tomorrow is the day that the president is going to call the Republicans bluff, and also presumably the day that the Democrats, or the beginning of a process that might be a few days, where the Democrats are going to put together whatever changes they're going to make to the bill that has already passed the Senate that can be passed through reconciliation to change that bill and turn it into something that's a little more acceptable to Democrats and the American people. Your reporting, if I'm reading this right, Paul Blumenthal, is that by the changes that the White House is proposing, it's blowing up a previous deal that they have with this giant trade organization for the drug companies, and that's going to do what?
I'm not really sure what it's going to do right now, but it does look like their proposal changes the terms of the deal that they struck with the pharmaceutical companies and pharma, their trade group in Washington, over the course of last year.
Do you think this might be why Billy Tozen lost his job last week?
Well, I think that certainly a lot of factors played into Billy Tozen losing his job, specifically the fact that they spent $150 million on advertising to promote the legislation and still haven't really gotten anything out of it.
Right. Well, I mean, so far what they've gotten out of it is that they only have to give up $85 billion over 10 years, and they continue to make a couple $100 billion a year in the Medicare Part D donut hole and the can't negotiate drugs and all that kind of thing, and that's the part that the Obama administration is now proposing changing. And that's why I'm wondering if there's a relationship between these two. Do you think that particularly given the Citizens United Supreme Court decision that says that, for example, pharma, the entire presidential election of Barack Obama cost about $1 billion, and pharma could pull $1 billion out of their back pocket in a week with all their various members if they had to, and just nuke any politician in America, or elevate to sainthood any politician in America. Do you think that the Obama administration is sufficiently afraid of them that they will end up caving in, or for that matter, broadly the Democrats in Congress?
I don't know if they're necessarily afraid of them in that way. Clearly, the fact that they're sort of walking back this plan by trying to completely fill the donut hole, which would increase the cost cutting of the industry from the $80 billion that they agreed to, it definitely shows that they're willing to go back on this deal in some way.
So the Obama administration is willing to basically screw pharma, the big pharmaceutical lobby, because it's the best thing for America.
Well, I think it's mainly because an optics issue. This whole deal was seen terribly by the base of the Democratic Party and right. Obama's base, and a lot of these deals that were made were seen as undermining the healthcare process by a lot of supporters.
We're talking with Paul Blumenthal, senior writer over at SunlightFoundation.com, the Sunlight Foundation. Paul, we have just a half a minute left. What do you think is going to be the fate of the public option?
At this time, I'm not really sure, but it doesn't look terribly positive. If you hear people from John Rockefeller or from
Jay Rockefeller.
The White House, Robert Gibbs, I don't think that they really have any intention of going anywhere with that.
And that, do you think, is bowing to industry pressure?
I'm pretty sure that is bowing to some kind of industry pressure that they worked out last year behind the scenes. Yeah,
but that would, in this case, instead of pharma, it would be whatever the association is for the health insurance industry.
The health insurance industry or the hospital industry.
Right, got it.
Yeah.
Paul Blumenthal, senior writer, SunlightFoundation.com. You can read it over at that website. Thanks, Paul.
Thank you.
Good talking with you.